boy Darnell, Big Husky Roebuck, right here with the fabulous legend, Toby Young, Mr. T.Y.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today, sir?
Doing quite well.
That's good, that's good. How do you feel? It's been 50 years, the anniversary has come, and now it's gone, it's over. Finally, you can finally breathe a little bit. How do you feel now that it's all said and done?
Well, I'm just thankful that people came out. My daughters are here. Two of my daughters are here. And, nieces, California. And good to see some friends that I have not seen for a long time. And a lot of young men and women who work in the industry. They stopped in tonight, this afternoon, rather. And we had a great time.
Okay.
I'm just blessed.
So you've done this 50 years. That means you've seen people come and go. Why have you lasted so long?
It's just a blessing from God. God is a good God, and He sees fit that I can carry on and carry His word and to help people. That's the only way that it happens. It's not about me, it's about God.
Okay.
And I'm just a vessel. I'm a conduit to bring the people music and the word and the things that it helps them to have a better world to live in.
Okay. When it's all said and done and people look back at Toby T.Y. Young, what do you want them to say?
Well, I want them to tell the truth. You know, what I think is one thing, but the way people see me could be something else.
Right.
But I've been able to see. I look at a friend of mine out there, Judge Jennings. He worked with me. He was a DJ at one time, not a district justice. He's a district justice now, without knowing that he was being groomed to be where he is now.
Right.
And he's just a great guy. And brother by the name of Baby Love, he has a radio program that goes across the world. And he was at Indian Town Gap at one time, and he heard me on the radio, and he came in to talk to me about CBS radio. And he had been hit in Vietnam.
Wow.
And he had to come back home and then to recuperate. And he talked to me about radio, and I gave him all the pros and the cons about it. So that once that was done, well, I didn't hear from him anymore. And then a year or two later, he came back to the radio station or downtown, and he knocked on the window. We had these big glasses around us, and I told him to come in, and he said, Mr. Young, he says, what I'm going to do is, he said, I'm going to pursue radio.
Okay.
So now he's a multi-millionaire.
Wow.
And he travels all over the world.
So your work speaks for you is what you're saying?
Yeah,
okay.
It does, and I'm happy about that. And the former question you asked me, how would I feel that I helped somebody along the way?
Okay.
That's not my saying, it's just the way I feel about what we do.
That one's mine.
I just...
Daddy, this is your package, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Dorothy? Excuse me. All right, good.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you know, people ask me about my daughters. They said, don't you wish you had a son? I wouldn't give anything for my daughters.
Right.
They're unique unto themselves, and they keep in touch with me. I go and visit them, my grandkids, and stay with them to get away sometimes. Right. I enjoy being around the kids and watching them go through grade school and then involved in sports and so forth and so on.
Right.
But none of them seem to be interested. Well, there's one that's interested in broadcasting.
Okay.
And so I don't know if he does that to try to make me feel good about him or whether he really wants to be into it, because I really... have had them in the studio, listen to their voices and so forth and so on, answer their questions. And it's been very interesting. So maybe one of them will go into the business.
Okay.
I've done talk shows.
Right.
I've done rhythm and blues.
Right.
Jazz. The first show I had was a jazz show late at night from 10 Saturday night to 2 a.m. Sunday morning. And then later on, I got the Toby Young show, which was on evenings from 7 to 10. And a black entrepreneur here in Harrisburg. Stanley Lawson's father bought my first show, Toby Young show on WKBO.
Right.
It's ironic that the station that I worked in first here in Harrisburg is where I am now with you in the Truth Channel broadcast.
Wow.
So that's
Wow. Well, I want you to know from all of us who are announcers, who are younger than you, we do look up to you. You're definitely a legend, but we've listened to your show, and some of us can't compare. but we definitely thank you for your
I appreciate that.
Definitely thank you for stepping away for us.
Yourself. Don't ever lose that.
Okay.
There's a uniqueness about you. It's only you.
Right.
And you have to fold that and mold that, straighten it out, and keep improving on it. I didn't think I'd ever do a talk show, but I did a talk show, and in fact, that talk show almost got me killed.
Wow.
I was in a station across the river, and someone came down there one night and just riddled the station.
Wow.
And if I had gone out tonight, like I usually went out, I would have been shot in the neck.
Wow.
Something would have hit my shoulder. It could have just ruined my spine, my hip, down in my thigh, and down in my knee.
Wow.
And the reason why I know it, and it was racial.
Right.
Because they called me by a name and said, how'd you like to have 6 slugs in your head? We missed this time, but they called me a name and said, we won't miss the next time.
Wow.
So,
God has kept you.
God has always kept me.
Okay.
I'd like to talk to you again because there's some things about the program that I do, Echoes of Glory. It's been revealed to me by God that that's my ministry.
Right.
I don't mean just to say, well, that's my ministry. I mean that is what God wants me to do. Right. Because it's been a blessing to a lot of people.
Definitely.
And you get a chance to talk to young people like you, and take your work serious.
Right.
Be willing to try to expand and have, if you can syndicate, try to get a syndicated show.
Okay.
Work at that.
Yes, sir.
Push for it. Because I always wanted young men like you and young women to come into this area and to be blessed. I guess that's why I've been able to stay here that long, because I wanted to see some things change. Like Obama, he wants to see a change. Right. And I never thought I'd see a man like him just being considered for the White House. Right. I know Jesse Jackson and a few other people who have tried, but there's a spirit about him that if you look at him, you see his eyes, it's determined, regardless of what they do to him or say about him, he's determined to keep on keeping on. He's looking for greater things, higher heights. Okay. That's the way it should be about your broadcasting, the things that you do. I understand you do some comedy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Work on that. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's clean. Yes, yes. And it's getting better. Well, you have to get better, see. It's getting better. And I always encourage young people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's one of my products. Okay. Cool. One sitting on that. That's one of yours? Yeah. Wow. He had a radio show. Wow. Oh, yeah, she's holding on. Wow. Well, Mr. Young, we'd like to thank you for being on the show. You've officially been chronicled. I'm Big Husky. That's T.Y. Peace.